Hello, my friend Scott here, representing Youth Potential. Now, guys, as you know, my project is called Youth Potential, and it is aimed at people that are kind of under 25. However, for this video is actually going to be aimed for people that are aged 25 and over. Now, I've done this at the request of someone that messaged me on Instagram, and I thought it was a really good idea because eventually I do want Youth Potential to expand and help people of a more mature age. So this video, I'm dedicating it to everyone that's 25 out there or older that self-harms, okay? So here we go. First of all, I just want to make one thing absolutely crystal clear, okay? If you're watching this and you're 25 and over and you self-harm, please understand that self-harm is not just aimed at teenagers, okay? I know there's this massive common misconception, this stereotype that if you're someone that self-harms, you are a teenager, especially a teenage girl with an alternative sort of emo-y gothic look, okay? That is a ridiculous stereotype, okay? Just like any other form of mental illness, it doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone and everyone, okay? It's not just young people that self-harm, okay? Self-harm is very common in people that are older and younger than teenage years, okay? When I was an inpatient, the second time back in 2007, there was this woman there, she was 33, she self-harmed. There was another woman there that was slightly older than her, she self-harmed. I could see it, I could see their arms. They didn't obviously feel like they had to hide because they were in a mental health ward, and they were totally okay of having it out. And I could see these scars, and yeah, they looked very legit, very real. And these people, not teenagers, not even close to being just under 25, no, they were almost 10 years over that age. The third and fourth time that I was an inpatient, this woman, and she was in both the times I was in there, she was in her 50s and she self-harmed, okay? I could see the results. I mean, those scars didn't look old, they were quite recent. And I remember going shopping in one of my local supermarkets. There's this woman, easily at least 55 years old, and she had scars all over her arm, and they were obviously self-harm scars. You could just tell, okay? You don't need to be a detective to work that out. So, guys, if you're watching this and you've seen people, or you are someone that is 25 and over that self-harms, if you feel like you want to share that, just to try and help push away this stigma, this stereotype of self-harm being for teenagers only, then please leave a comment below. I'd greatly appreciate that. Even sometimes I need a reminder that there's no shame in it, and shame, that's something I really want to talk about right now. So if you're someone that self-harms, it's easy to feel shame, okay? I've been there. I'm sure all of you watching this have been there. It's not very pleasant, okay? You feel kind of guilty for self-harming, or angry at yourself, depressed, sad, etc., etc. Now, I can tell you that being older, your emotions and your mental faculties are much more well developed, so you are able to experience things more intensely. And if you're like me, someone who has BPD, you can experience it even more intensely than that. So with those kind of like emotional and mental faculties more developed, feeling shame, it can weigh so much on your shoulders, okay? The shame of self-harm. Guys, I just want to clarify, okay? You're not the only adult 25 plus that self-harms, okay? You are not alone, and there is no need, honestly, no need to feel any shame whatsoever. Okay, just think about that for a moment. I know it's easier said than done, but there is no shame in it, okay? Mental illnesses and self-harm doesn't discriminate, okay? It can affect anyone of any age. I promise you that, okay? When I relapsed back in 2017, I was quite fortunate that even though I'd been through it years before that, that I didn't feel ashamed. Okay, don't get me wrong, I was frustrated with myself, I was angry with myself, but I wasn't ashamed. I didn't look at myself and think, I'm a grown man with 2 kids that self-harms. I didn't look at that image of myself and hate what I could see. Don't get me wrong, as I say, I was angry, I was sad, you know, all those feelings, they were just a mess back then. But I was never ashamed of myself. And it's not easy to feel that way, but it is possible, okay? So just a quick reminder, please guys, don't feel ashamed of yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but you're not alone. You're not the only person that does this, okay? It affects everybody. Don't be ashamed. So if you are 25 and over, I'm going to safely assume that at least the majority of you will have friends that are around your age, maybe older, maybe slightly younger, but those friends are mature and, more importantly, supportive. So it's not like when you're on a school playground and it's a lot easier to be judged by your friends because, let's face it, everyone, kids, teenagers, don't think about the ripple effects, the repercussions, a lot more selfish, and it's very easy for people of that age to take the mick and verbally abuse and discriminate against other young people that self-harm, okay? Been there, I know what it's like. But being an adult, and I'm not saying every adult is mature because, trust me, they're not. I could be immature. You will have friends that are mature that can help support you and will not judge you, okay? Opening up about mental health problems, especially self-harm when you're a grown-up, is not easy. But your friends, your mature friends, and if they are really friends, should be extremely supportive for you, to you. But you've got to be willing to open up to them, okay? Opening up to friends is generally easier than opening up to family, especially when you're of that age. But don't rule it out. So please, just think about it for a minute. You need to reach out to your friends, okay? Your emotions are probably all over the place all the time, and you need them to rein you in, to give you a little reality check, you know, help you reason with yourself a little bit more. I'm very lucky. When I relapsed end of last year, my closest friends, they were so supportive of me, and I can't thank them enough. And I wouldn't be in the state that I'm in today if it wasn't for them. They have supported me, they've encouraged me, they've made time for me, they've listened to me, and I just honestly can't thank them enough. In my teenage years, that might have gone differently, because when I was a teenager, I did definitely know people that just pushed me to one side, stopped talking to me because they didn't just know how to deal with it. But being an adult, my experience with opening up to people is so much more different. Everyone's more mature and can be more respectful of me. So please reach out. And you know what I'm going to say, because I give this advice to everyone that has mental health problems, especially those who self-harm. You've got to see the professionals, guys. You've got to go and speak to your GP. You've got to go and see a counsellor or a therapist, just someone who works in the medical world that is qualified to give you professional advice, okay? It's all good and well, and I appreciate you watching this video, but you've got to seek help, okay? Whether it's CBT therapy, DBT, talking therapies, counselling, speaking to your GP, all those kinds of things. It's so important, okay? You don't want to go through the rest of your adult life struggling because you are too stubborn or too scared to open up. Now, I know as well, adults, especially tough blokes like me, just kidding, have this kind of stubbornness that, you know, like, oh, I'm a grown up, I should be able to deal with this quite easily, should be able to get through this on my own. No, doesn't matter whether you're a child, a teenager, or a fully grown adult. Everyone needs help, okay? Everyone. So don't be stubborn. Don't close yourself off. If you are struggling, open up to those who care and those who can help you, okay? One final thing. If you have mental health problems as an adult, it doesn't make you a complete failure, okay? You still got the rest of your life ahead of you. You are you. You are not defined by your illness, okay? And you're a great person. Thanks for watching. Take care.